Xabi Alonso linked to Chelsea. Is it gonna happen or not? That's the main questions. That's the questions everyone's asking. Obviously, that's someone that I've been saying that I would want to see at my club as a manager and with the players that are out here right now. But listen, this is some very good news. Some of the and it's getting stronger and stronger every time. We got the Ornstein bomber saying that Chelsea exploring deal to appoint Xabi Alonso as their next head coach. 44-year-old former Real Madrid boss understood to be open to possibility, although nothing decided yet as process continues. Areola, also strong contender ahead of departing AFC Bournemouth. So yeah, the news keeps, it just keeps getting stronger and stronger. We even had the news before that with Xabi Alonso emerging as a leading candidate for CFC and is open to a Premier League job. Iraola and Silva also on their shortlist as previously reported with Glasner and Felipe Luis. Club hope to appoint before the World Cup starts. And then you got another thing here where so before the World Cup starts, Xabi Alonso is currently a leading contender. They've already made contact with the former Real Madrid and Leverkusen boss. Alonso is keen on a Premier League job this summer. Fulham's Marco Silva and outgoing boss Iraola also both remain on the list. I'm not very keen on the Marco Silva. Areola, I think, could be an option. I just don't like the fact that his thing is just based on running and running, and I don't necessarily think that suits the squad. Um, I think Oliver Glasner could be an option, and he's played the 4 in the back and a 5 at the back. The only thing is, are they gonna like his hot-headed nature or the way things went at Palace? Are they gonna think that he's not gonna do it again? Are they gonna be able to trust him to keep his head down and whatever? We know he's a winner, but that's the bit that I don't like about him. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna just change his mind next month or in the next 2 months? That's the thing about him. Felipe Luis still needs his UEFA coaching badges or anything like that, but he's also been an option. I'm pretty sure he's been an option from before. Luis was a name Chelsea discussed before appointing Rosenior, with talks eventually centering on a potential switch to Strasbourg prior to Gary O'Neill's appointment. And Cesc Fabregas and Francesco Farioli both have admirers. Obviously, Francesco Farioli has won the league with Porto, and Fabregas, I think, got them in Europe, if I'm not mistaken. However, Fabregas has said he's not in no rush to leave Como, whilst also close to Farioli, insists he'll remain in Portugal. So that's some of the news around, the whole Chelsea and um, Xabi Alonso news. And look, Xabi Alonso has taken the team from I think around 10th, if I'm not mistaken, all the way to the winning the league, invincible Bundesliga. First time Bayer Leverkusen has won the league. I think he's won 3 trophies, more than they once in the 1970s or 60s, whatever. Like, it's a great achievement. I feel like the club is not necessarily in the same place, but they're in a similar place. Obviously, we're currently ninth, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. All this information could be wrong, but you guys get the point. We're not necessarily in a good position, and we want to build going forward. And I think myself, I think that this manager could be, disappointment could be a big change in what's happening at Chelsea. Some people are saying from Rosenior to Xabi Alonso, and they're all happy. I think we need to ignore his stint at Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid is a unique club. It's a very big club, if not if not the biggest or one of the biggest clubs in the world. I personally believe that not everything that happens at that club can be replicated or happens at the ordinary, if not between ordinary and great clubs. Yeah, I don't think all those things happen. So that's one. But in terms of what happened at Real Madrid, we don't have those kind of egos in our club. We have players that would be able to fight for them, for the team, for the manager, etc., etc. And all these things we've already seen with under Maresca. But I just still feel like we need to see what's happening in that aspect. So There's also someone that was, I think, 5 hours ago, MSI Douglas, that was putting out reports. And he was saying that, and I could put that up here for you. Xabi Alonso has emerged as a front runner for the Chelsea job. The Blues are showing serious interest in the former Bayer Leverkusen and Real Madrid boss. Alonso is open to the prospect of a move to Stamford Bridge. And I think that was one of them. And it also said that Chelsea are planning new powers for Xabi Alonso if he takes charge. So things would have to change if he ends up, taking charge. And you also have another one here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Positive talks this week, and I think this one was released by, is it Nicolo Shiraz? I don't know how much of a source this can be, how reliable it is, but May 7th he said that Iraola is still strong candidate for Chelsea's bench. In CFC shortlist, there are Xabi Alonso, Marco Silva, Francesco Farioli, and all that. But now I say positive first talk this week between Chelsea and Xabi Alonso, who could become the new Chelsea manager. The Spanish coach has given his availability for a long-term project and contract in Blue's shortlist. There are still other candidates. So we still don't know, and it's not confirmed whether he's going to be the manager or not. So we still got to hold our horses, like they like to say. But the most important thing here is that we are sensing us being linked to probably the best available manager out there. And I'm going with the best available manager because, yes, the Enrique is, if you're going to go scout around, Enrique is there. All these other managers, like Hansi Flick, who just won the league, all these managers are there. I'm not disputing that, but I'm saying available managers because do you see Enrique, if he wins the Champions League, leaving PSG? Highly unlikely. But Flick just signed a new contract by Barcelona, won the league yesterday. He don't seem like he don't think he wants to leave. So those are the very very big managers and very experienced managers or highly rated managers that are around. So me personally, I'm taking Hansi Flick, Xabi Alonso at Chelsea. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm looking at it. Beggars can't be choosers. You know what I'm saying? I got McFarlane and I got Rossini at my club. I had Rossini and McFarlane at my club. I just want to go back to the levels that Chelsea deserves to be in, bro. The levels that I've grown up seeing my club winning, and I want to go back to that. I don't want to go back to any, wasting time, just aiming for top four every season, not winning trophies. I don't want to aim back to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be where I am right now, where I want to end the season in December. I don't want to be around that kind of energy anymore. I want to be winning stuff. And if he helps us do that from here onwards, then obviously I'm looking forward to it. But listen, I'll be back when we get the bomb. So when we get the bomber, that's when I'll be back. Till then, let's see what happens. I just thought that this was a big kind of news to say that, you know what? He is, if not the front runner for the Chelsea job, as much as we can convince him. Does that also tell us that Slot could be almost guaranteed to stay? Because this is another thing. If Liverpool come in for him, will he decide to come in and take the Chelsea project, or will he go to his previous club and manage Liverpool? These are also the question marks that we're looking at. So those are the things we're thinking about. We don't know if it's going to happen or not. So we'll just wait and see on that. Big up to everyone that has watched the video. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. And I'm out.